Now it's now is the time for you to get the benefit of all of that work. So let's talk a little bit about this. First thing, in your LinkedIn profile, you have a lot of friends and you have a lot of people that you did project work with as well as school work with and school experiences with in the school classes and the like. I want you to go out and recommend each other on LinkedIn. Write a recommendation for each other because you know what? That schoolwork was a project. That schoolwork was success. That schoolwork was teamwork. And the fact is, when you talk about each other and how well each other is regarding that teamwork, you're helping positive energy to come to every one of you. So it's not just becoming your own job, it's everyone getting a job by helping each other. Okay. So I want you to think about that and go out and in LinkedIn, recommend each other, send each other recommendations that you can add to your profile because that's going to show your community involvement. It's going to show how great you did in your school. It's going to show all the people that you know and how you succeeded together because people like team players. And that's what you have an opportunity because all you guys have been team players together. You all know each other. You've been successful together. Let that be part of your profile. It's an important part. Let that be there. Build recommendations together and let that be part of who you are. Another thing is, if you've had jobs when you were an earlier part of your life, say you were a paper carrier, guess what? If you were a paper carrier, you had to do inventory management, you had to do stress management because you had to get the papers out, you had to do customer service, you had to do account management, you had to do time management because you had to deliver everything. Think about these skills. These are skills that you developed when you worked in earlier jobs. What skills do you have from the jobs from you growing up that you may not be thinking about now, that you can talk about in your remote interviews, your remote opportunities? You know, be proud of what those skills are. Do not diminish them. Do not discount them. Skills are skills are skills. It doesn't matter if you got them if you were 12 years old or if you got them when you were, yesterday. It's about understanding what is your package of skills that you can bring up during any interview, remote or local. Okay. But again, this is not hard, everyone. This is on you. You can do it. And always be true to who you are because that is the person they're going to hire. Your answers in interviews, whether they be remote or not, should be um, should be real. Should be real. How are they? Who are you? What are they doing? That is what's important, not what you think the answer should be. It should be real. Okay? So don't overthink things like that. Oh, how should I answer? What's the right one? What's the lock of the, how do I unlock the door? No, answer like it's you. That makes you real. And that's what you want to be. Never worry about things like that. Here are some tips for, well, first of all, but me, any questions from anyone that just interrupt me if you got questions, okay? But me, just interrupt me if you got questions.
Okay, I will.
Because
Not yet. Yeah.
because all I see is myself on the screen. I don't see the
I
whole game.
know. Zoom can be
Okay,
like that.
that's all right. That's all right. I look at myself. Don't worry about it. I don't. I look in the mirror. I'm okay. But guys, let's talk about remote interviews. Okay, you have the advantage in the remote interview. Let's say you have a laptop on your desk, right? They can see you. The screen can see you. What you can put in behind that laptop, on the wall behind your laptop, on the desk, are your notes. The things you do not want to forget, you say. They should all be taped up on the wall behind your laptop. But not only should they be taped up on that wall, they should be in different font sizes. The things that you absolutely want to say you have in a bigger font. Those are the things you want to say, and you definitely don't want to forget. The other items, you make the font smaller based on how important it is that you say these items. So let's visualize that, right? The screen's in front of you. Nobody can see that screen behind you, right? You can see that. The notes are on the wall. Use those notes. Nothing gets by you. Nothing gets forgotten when you're in the interview because they're right in front of you. You understand me? The things you really want to say are right in front of you. You don't want a situation in the remote interview where you sit there and say, oh, I should have said this. Oh, no, 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 no. If everything's up on the wall in front of you with the behind the laptop there, behind the computer, you can see the notes. You don't forget anything. Bang. Guess what? You've done your best. You've said what you can do. Number 2, your background. In this case, this is basic Zoom, so they don't carry the backgrounds. Your background should have bookcases. Watch the news, everyone. You see, when they interview people on the news, what is always in their background? A bookcase, books, their degrees, their certificates, their professional achievements, their awards. That's what's behind you, not nothing, not people walking by you, not equipment. You create a picture that you put behind you as part of your as part of your display, the bookcases, the degrees, the certifications, the trophies, everything you've done. And I don't care if it's a soccer trophy, it's achievement. What you're showing is how you've achieved. That's what's so important here, to let people know you've been successful. Remember, if you've been successful in sports, it's still a process where you brought people together. It's still a process where you worked as a team. It's still a process where you had individual achievement. It's a success story. It's part of who you are. These trophies are good for let people show you, because if the person looking at you, their eyes wander, what if they say, gee, I see a trophy behind you. What is that? And you can say, well, that was my soccer team that we came in first place a few years ago, but it was a great experience because we all came together as a team. We developed our own skills together. We made it happen and we won. And we were the best team, or we were the second best team. What does it show, everyone? It shows success. It's your success. It's not somebody else's. It's not what somebody believes you should have. It's your success, right? This process is about you, and it's about everyone seeing the best you possible. What's in front of you are your notes. What's behind you is the background. Then we go from there, okay? So you say, where can I get my remote opportunities? Here's how you do it, everyone. Let's assume you have a hybrid situation where you have to go in to the office, early in the process, a couple of days a week, or the like. Well, you know what? No matter how long the commute is, it's going to only be a limited time, because sooner or later, Once the people know that you're really good, you can ask them if you can do 3 days or 4 days. Once they recognize your greatness, sure, you may have to go in as a hybrid a few days, but once they trust you and once they see how good you are, you can ask to be working from home 4 days or working from home even 5 days because your performance is not easily replaceable. So your performance is something they want to keep. So long term, even if a job is hybrid, it can become remote because you do it well and people won't want to lose you. So maybe at that point, after a while, you can make it more of a remote. Jobs are not always what they state up front. They can be hybrid up front just to see if you're there, just to see if you're going to be successful. Then you work with your management and you get different flexibility. So be flexible in your own brain to go after hybrid positions as well. Don't forget that. If you're looking for an international opportunity in other countries, go to your companies, apply to your companies that are international companies, right? Especially if you're bilingual or things like that. You want to try to apply for international companies because your company may get new accounts, they may get new clients that are in other countries, and they may say to you, "How would you like to go to Australia? How would you like to go to Boston? How would you like to go to the United States or Canada?" Because you are single and young and don't have the responsibilities, you may get that opportunity. And because you're professional and because you're experienced and because you're good at what you do, you deserve that opportunity. This is what you can do. So remember, remote is not just what it says in the description. You can build that remote opportunity based on your skills, your progress, your results, your management, them getting new clients, situations changing, things can work for you. So it's not just what's today here in front of you. Okay? Now, to look for remote opportunities, continually look on Google and online. Look for remote opportunity companies that are from around the world. If you have the skills, people will hire you because they're looking for the skills. They're not looking at you because of your name or something else about you. They're looking at people who have the skills or who have the passion or who have the want or who are good team players. Those are the ones they want. Who has mentored people? Who has helped others to progress? Who are good team players? That's who they want. You don't have to always be knowledgeable in a skill. You just got to be great at who you are and great at yourself. That can be a fit for a company, remote or local. So never forget that. Fit is not always about skills. Sometimes it's about your ability to bring the team together, your ability to help others, your ability to be positive, your ability to be passionate. Bring that to every interview, remote and locally, and it will be noticed and people will not forget. Remember, the interviewer is looking for a connection. The interviewer is looking for someone that he or she does not have to manage. Those are the people that they want. Managers want people they don't have to manage because that way they can do the other work they have to do. It's a trick. It's a reality. It's the way it is in business. So don't forget that. But understand, recommend each other, build up your own profiles on LinkedIn, make it better. LinkedIn will notice, you'll be higher in the search. Make sure that in your LinkedIn profile up top, you talk about how you're looking for remote opportunities from either local companies in your current country or from around for other countries. Just remember, as I say, we talked about companies in your area being international, but in that little sentence on the top of LinkedIn, talk about you're looking for remote opportunities that fit you. That's what you want. Recruiters will see it. That's what they get. Also, your college has a career opportunity center. You have spent money at your college. Make them earn your money. Go back to them, use them, have them teach you as much as they can about the workplace. Have them teach you all about learning. Have them teach you how to interview. Be a pest. Make them earn their money. See if they have contacts within companies that you've applied to. Career centers are important when you're in a college. They want you to become someone that gives donations back to the college, right? So they want you to be successful and do well in your job so that you can donate back to the college and give them money when you're in your career. You spent a lot of time at the universities. You've been very successful there. Remember, use those career centers. They're important as well. Does anybody have any questions or anything that I can answer for you? Anybody have questions at all that you'd like an answer for? Bunny, we're going 30 minutes,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
please
just want to make
continue.
sure.
I think at the end of the section, they would ask their question.
Okay, why don't we ask that question now? Let's bring it on. What do you got?
Okay, does anyone have any question?
Does anyone?
I think they would like to ask after the section.
You guys, you have the, sorry to cut in. You guys, you have the stage now. You know, the beauty of this session is the opportunity to be able to ask people. I mean, the opportunity to be able to ask facilitator questions. I mean, it's not like every other session that is recorded. You just want. So you have every opportunity to ask any question you want to ask now. So make the best use of that opportunity. Any question relating to work, finding job, feel free. There's no question that is too much. Feel free to ask that question now. I see a hand.
Okay, I can see
Damilola
someone.
Michael, you could please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. Okay, so basically my question is, in situations where you want to maybe apply for opportunities outside of your country, and they're asking for experiences like sometimes they ask you for 3 years experience, 4 years experience, but you don't have that experience. So sometimes they'll say experience related to that field. But you know, according to the job description, you know very well that you can do the same. It's something you've done, but you don't have as much experience as what is being required. What do we do in that scenario? How do we go about it?
Okay, you ready? Here's your answer. When you do a cover letter, you create 2 little columns in the cover letter. Talk a little bit about yourself in the cover letter. Then you have 2 little columns. On the left side of those columns, like you take a Excel spreadsheet, you do 2 columns, you drop it in the cover letter. On the left side, you put the duty required of the job description. Is on the right column, you put your experience as a transferable skill. Though I do not have, though my experience is in this industry, it is common for this area because of this. So you see your skills as transferable, and then that way to them they see that as like you have the same industry because the skills are common. Okay, does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, sure.
Now,
Thank you very much.
also, right? Let's assume that you're looking to finish your degree or looking to get a certification. You put whatever that is and you put in process, in dash process. that registers in their brain as you've got it, because even though you may not have it right now, you'll get it. So in their brain, they sense that you understand that, and you'll get those skills. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, sure. Thank you. This makes me remember a particular position I was eyeing of recent, and they requested for. I was trying to apply for the post of a digital marketer, and they require
Yeah.
some skills that I didn't have. They requested for
Yeah.
knowledge on Google Analytics, SEO, and SEM. But presently, I'm working on that course. And in the JD, in the requirements, they were like, they want you to have at least 2 years experience on that. And I'm like, okay, what do I do in this case? But I think with your answer, I know I'll just put it there and put it in process, just like you said.
Now, another thing you can do is say your church or your community group needs a website. Volunteer to do their website for them. That will teach you skills. That will teach you, and then work on your SEO skills for your church group or your website or your team or whatever you do as a volunteer, because now you're developing your skills, because you can write that in your answers. Currently, have developed this website for this community center, because it shows you're helping your community, it shows you're volunteering, and it shows you're developing your skills. Does that make sense? That makes sense?
Yes, yes, sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Plus it's fun. You know what I mean? Because you're doing it in something that you like to do, and you're doing it in something that you want to do. And then if you want to go out to Instagram or Facebook or the like, you can create pages that are like positive quotes or beautiful pictures or things like that. Things that are important to you. What do you love? What are your passions? I have developed pages for this passion because I love this. Is it fashion? Is it sports? Is it flowers? Is it cooking? Is it gardening? Develop that, because then you develop your SEO skills and your website skills for something you love. And now it's not work. When you do something you love, it is no longer work. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Thank you.
All right. Now it's not as scary, right? It's about you developing. Then you can go in the interview and be passionate. You can say, you know what, I love to garden, and I made this beautiful website on gardening. I have hundreds of followers. All I focus on is the next picture, and they see that you are a content provider. They see that you have a passion for something, so they want that. And they, instead of the skills you don't have, they become passionate for the skills you do have. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Okay. Thank you.
Good luck. Any other questions, Bunny?
I can't see any hands for now. So I guess no more questions for now.
Okay. How about you? Do you have any questions, Bunny, for the kids? Do you have any questions that you want to ask for them?
I want to ask for them. Can I think about it, and then I would revert.
Okay. Now I sent you a list of items that I want everyone to have, because those are things I give to job seekers. It's my podcast, it's my next LinkedIn event, it's all those items. Give those to all the kids and let them sign up, because they're going to hear me long version going boom, 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 boom through everything. So is there anything else I can do for any of you while I'm here? Because I will take off now. I think my time is over. Correct, Buddy?
Yes. Yeah. So if you have many more questions about seeking global opportunities, about jobs, about any experience you have that you want to share, maybe you have a difficulty in something and you want to share it, it's specific to you, feel very free to share your story or your experience. And Anthony Hines is here to help you. Anything job, anything work, is here to answer you, and shared his own advice, what he thinks about that. So please feel free to share any experience you had with work, disappointing, encouraging, whatever. Feel free to share. And he's here to listen and advise.
You know, guys, what makes me so passionate about job seekers is when I was unemployed, I had one interview in 13 months. One interview in 13 months. And I just kept trying to develop myself, talk with people, network, focus, drive, do what I could. And finally I got an opportunity. But I said, you know what? I will take this experience and try to help as many people as I can. And that was 13 years ago, because I did it in 2010. And I've helped thousands. Why? Because experiences that you share with others give you a better memory of those experiences. And if you can help others to not have the things you had to go through, the challenges, by showing them how you helped and how you overcame them, then that experience has a better value for you, because you've now helped someone else not have that experience. So hopefully that will help you with your challenges. But remember, everyone, your challenges are part of who you are. Don't be afraid of any of the things you've had to overcome. They make you a better job search candidate, because that shows toughness, desire, perseverance. That's just as important as skills. Bring that to your interviews. Okay, Bummy, I'm going to run. Anything else I can do for you?
Hines, thank you very much. I will leave the stage for the compare to take over from there. But before she takes over, Anthony Hines has been on LinkedIn showing people how to get a job fast and giving real specific details, and he's got like about 7 steps on what you can do. He has the link, he has the information he sent to me. I will post them on this chat box. I will advise that you copy and paste and save somewhere so that you can access them after this session, because Anthony has a whole lot. He can't bring everything that he's probably doing to you in 30 minutes. It's not possible. You won't have the time to be able to actually sit down and go through these stages and learn all these things. But if you copy what I'm going to paste in the chat box, you can go through it at your free time and go through the different steps of getting a job remotely, getting a job globally. If you're facing issues even with getting job locally as a new graduate, if you follow these steps that Anthony Hines have passed over to me and I'm passing to you, trust me, you would be an outstanding one. You're going to start your career in a very outstanding way, because it comes with wealth of experience, wealth of skills, wealth of knowledge, and is giving it to us for free. For free right now. Not everyone has access to this information, especially with the young graduate community in Nigeria. So it's giving you this for free. And I want to thank Anthony Hines for honoring this 30-minute session with us. And Anthony Hines is honoring this invitation for the second time this year. And I want to say thanks to him. I really appreciate, and I hope to see more of him. And we also want to say thank you in the chat box. We want to clap our hands. We want to say thank you to Anthony Hines. Over to you, Gbemisola.
Wow.
One more thing. Can I say one more thing?
Okay. Yes, please.
All my LinkedIn work came to me and asked me to help job seekers. They saw what I was doing for people, and they asked me to join the content program. They asked me how they could help me spread the goodwill that I'm giving. Focus on what you do for the individual, and it will ripple out on its own. Remember that. When you're doing it for the right reason, people will notice. So, what you guys are doing here is very special. That's why I come and spend my time. Evan Masola, you're tremendous, man. You are the best. You're like, you know what I mean? You should be captain on a ship. And Bunny, you're doing a great job. So if I say your
Thank
name's
you,
incorrect,
Anthony.
I apologize. Everybody, have a great day. Stay safe, stay well, and be passionate. That will be the difference. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for honoring our invite. We really appreciate, and I'm sure we've learned so much from what you have said, and we are so grateful. I'm sure many people would like to connect with you on LinkedIn. Please feel free to accept our connection, sir.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
easier to
very much.
follow me. It's easier to follow me on LinkedIn because my connections are kind of tight. Follow me and you'll get access to everything I do. But Aaron Masoro, let me tell you, you're going to be the captain of a big cruise ship one of these days because of all your passion. You keep bringing it. That's the show. Don't let it go. Don't let anybody tell you not to do it. They're wrong. Just bring it every day, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you so much. We are so
You be
grateful.
kick butt
Please.
every day. You be dunking on people every day. You be kicking their butt every day. I like that. I send you out every day to do it. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay,
All right, guys.
Sola, permit me to do this
Okay.
this honor. We have a very important person in our midst, and that is our patron, Miss Yetunde Ajibade. She's been here in previous session, and she'll be giving us our closing charge. This is the brain behind this entire program. I must say she's the backbone. Without her, as far as this is concerned, there's no me and there's no Getwork Nigeria. I mean it. After God, yes. So I want to say, give a loud ovation in any way you can, and welcome this beautiful, this great supporter, this great visionary, Miss Yetunde
Please, can we all unmute our
Ajibade.
mic to clap? You're welcome. Please, let's unmute our mic. Let's make use of the chat box to welcome her.
You're welcome, ma.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma, we can hear you. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Getwork Nigeria.
Changing the rhetoric of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Fantastic. For those who have their mics muted. Getwork Nigeria.
Changing the rhetoric for Nigerian graduates.
Are people sleeping? Are you tired? Okay, one last time. Getwork Nigeria.
Changing the rhetoric for Nigerian graduates.
Well done, guys. Well done, guys. I'm so proud of you all. Congratulations again. Like I always say, well done to the entire team, the amazing Mrs. Bumi Omeke, and all the Getwork volunteers that work effortlessly to enjoy that we have and enjoy each free programs every weekend, every other weekend. So well done. I guess the speaker for today has already done his job, but I'm going to add something. Is that okay? Can I add something?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I know everybody likes money. Do we like money? Everybody likes money. Unmute your mic every now and then. Let's interact. I've told Bumi that next year we are having a physical session. We've had this online session for about 2 years now, running since the pandemic, 2-3 years. Next year, we are going back into the room. Who's excited for that?
I'm excited.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So now, I know everybody likes money, but I wanted to say something about money before I go on to talk a little bit about maybe success again. Money is a reward for value. I always sort of digress from what the speaker of the day has already done because they've done justice to the topic of the day. And I would always give you, a wider perspective and leave you with something that will make you think. Money is a reward for value. If you prosper people, they will prosper you. Okay? Now, I have many, people who I follow, some dead, some alive. Some call them role models, mentors, you can call them anything, those who give inspiration. And there was this exercise that I did a while back, and I want you people to try it as well, my Getwork family. And it was on my journey to finding purpose. I had to do this exercise, and I would advise that we all get, our pens and papers or phones and type. All right? Are we ready? Someone
Yes,
should tell
ma'am.
me you're ready.
We are
Are we
ready.
ready?
Yes, ma. We are ready. Yes, ma.
All right. So I got this from Dr. Miles, and even though it was a Christian leader, most of his teachings, could be used in any aspect of life. And on the journey to purpose, he said a few questions we need to ask ourselves. We don't know. There are a few questions we need to ask ourselves. Number one, who am I? 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 Number two, are you writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
So who am I would mean your identity. Who am I? Your identity. We'll go back and discuss a little. Number two, where am I from? That is the source. Where are you from? Where am I from? Number three, why am I here? Which is your purpose. Why am I here? What's the reason why I was created? That will be your purpose. Number four, what can I do? What can I do? Which is potential. They talk about potential. Everybody has potential. So what can I do? You personalize it. And lastly, where am I going? Where am I going? And this has to do with your destiny, right? More often than not, if we are able to ask ourselves these questions and answer them correctly, about 90% of our problems when it comes to employment or finding a place where you fit in or stand out will be resolved. So I'll just run through quickly. All right. When we talk about who am I, you cannot go out into the workspace or the marketplace without understanding your identity. You need to understand who you are. My name is Yetunde. I'm the daughter of so and so. I am beautiful. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I am smart. I am intelligent. I am driven. I am hardworking. I am inspirational. So I'm describing myself. I know who I am. With authority, I can clearly tell anybody who I am. And I don't have to think about it. And then where am I from? I also try to remember my source. Whenever I'm making any decision, any life decision, who my parents are, my background, my upbringing, the values that I grew up with, even just being Nigerian alone, our cultural values, our traditional values. As a Christian, the fundamental, values. Even when you stray or make mistakes, and if you remember where you're from, you will always find yourself back on the right path. It's only a child that does not know who they are and where they are from that makes mistakes or that stays making mistakes, because you can make mistakes and recover from them. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. And then why am I here? What was I created for? Why am I here? That's the question that you have to answer yourself. You sit down, find your quiet time. If you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, whatever you believe in, I believe I'm a Christian and I believe in the divine inspiration that comes from the creator. There is a reason why you were created. We were all created to solve a problem. What problem were you created to solve? You have to find out. If you don't find out the problem you were created to solve, you'll be chasing shadows. And then we move on to what can I do? Potential. You have some people whilst they're growing up, they are very good at fixing things. If anything goes bad in the house, the stereo is gone bad, the TV is gone bad, the car's gone bad. They're good with their hands. They're technical. You have some, they are orators. Once they open their mouth, people just listen and they are just loving what they're saying, even if it's nonsense. There are some people that are athletic. Anything that has to do with, the physical. What can I do? The things that come naturally to me. And then where am I going? Destiny. Where am I going? What is the plan for my life? I can see a vision of where I'm going. I'm not there yet, but I can see it. And then when you know where you're going, it determines the decisions that you make, your daily decisions. Do I get up this morning and do something with my life, or should I stay in bed and sleep all day? Should I languish in self-pity, or should I wake up and encourage myself and others? Am I going to get more education, or what, the education I have is enough? My choice of friends, are these friends building me up or they are bringing me down? So when you know where you're going, it is impossible to do things that will distort, your journey. If you know where you're going, there's some sort of friends you can't keep. There's some sort of, places you will not be found. There are some things that you will not say or do. And even when you make those mistakes, the fact that you know where you're going will help redirect your steps. Okay, so I have to breeze through that quickly because time is fast spent. And then, going back to success, which I think I must have mentioned a little bit last week, it's usually not about what you have done compared to what others have done. The measure of success, and that's why I always tell the youth, don't be too hard on yourself. True success is what you have done compared to what you were created to do. I have no business with Bumi's journey. I have no business with Mr. A or Mr. B's journey. My own success and my own journey is personal to me. So defining success for me will be comparing what I am doing now compared to what I know I've been created to do. And that's why I started with the background questions that will make it easy for me to be on the right path to success. So forget about competition. My friend just bought a new car. Another one just bought a new house. One just landed a new job with NMPC. Forget it. Answer those questions and you are on the right path. The thing about it is, it's not because if you compare yourself with someone else that has their own journey and has their own life figured out, you don't understand what led them there. And then if you say you want to do copy and paste, you will go through the same thing the person is going through and you will not succeed. So you want to copy somebody else's style and say, okay, since she is doing it and she's doing well, if I do it, I will do well. I'm here to tell you proudly and happily that it does not work like that. You have to find your own path and go on your own journey. Create your path and, find your own journey. Because you can work very, very hard and still be broke. My darlings, hard work has nothing to do with success, has nothing to do with how hard you work. A laborer works harder than most of us that are in this program right now. They carry cement every day. The kind of cement I cannot carry from one location to the other. So it's not about hard work. It's about answering those questions, understanding who you are, what you are built for, what you are created for, what you can do, where you are going, and the people you have been called to serve. All right, so that's my word for the day. I hope you go back. It's the weekend. Take some time, ponder on some of these things that we have discussed, encourage yourselves and, get charged up for the week, answering these questions. You are going into the week not seeing limitations, but understanding what you represent and that God has placed you on this earth for a particular reason. And you are going to find out and you're going to pursue it with everything that you have. All right. So I'm just going to, put a charge over you all. I'm a Christian. I always pray, but I'll just, say a word to guide us for the week till we meet next week again. The Lord will guide you continually and He will satisfy your soul in drought and strengthen your bones. You shall be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. Those from among you shall build the old waste places. Hear this again. Those from among you, Getwork Nigeria, shall build the old waste places. You shall raise up the foundations of many generations.
Amen.
And you personalize it. You say, today, I will raise up the foundations of many generations.
I will raise up the foundations of many generations.
And I shall be called the repairer of the bridge and the restorer of paths. And I shall be called the repairer of the bridge and the restorer of paths.
And I shall be called the repairer of the bridge.
It is well with you all. I'll see you next week.
Amen.
Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Physical, spiritual, academic, career, everything in partition.
Everything in one.
Sola, I cannot allow you to take this.
I can't recover from this. I cannot recover from this.
This is too much. This is just
too heavy on me. I cannot recover from it.
It's too heavy. It's too heavy for one person to round up.
Very
Guys, I said something at the beginning of this session. Bemisola, sorry. I said something at the beginning of this session, guys. I told you that it is never a mistake. For those that have been here from the beginning, it is not a mistake that you are here. Even if you just stumbled on it, you stumbled on success, you stumbled on something that will change your life. It's never a mistake that you are in a successful session. Thank you very much for coming in here. I want to say thank you to you, and I want you to say thank you to yourself for making it. Because, so guys, don't touch the dial.
I've finished.
It's going to be a powerful one. Next week is one session you all have been waiting for. I can assure you. It's about preparing for an interview, and it's coming from a recruiter of years of experience with interviewing young graduates, mid-level career, senior level management. She's coming with real life experience. She's going to be sharing with you. You don't want to miss that for anything, because I know for that session, I know how important that session is. A lot of people apply for jobs. Some people get called for interview and they miss it at that very point. May you not miss it at the point of your success. I think that's a very important session. If you've missed every session, you've not come early for any session before now, please don't come late for this one. No. Even people that have been at work for 5 years, 10 years, they need this session. This session that is coming next Saturday, they need it. Don't miss it for anything. Go to your phone, get your alarm, put it on Saturday, 5 p.m. West African time, Nigerian time. Put it on so that 5 minutes of the time, your alarm is ringing, right? So do not miss that session for any reason. It's going to help you. It's the most important session in the process of getting a job, because that's like the last line. Once you apply and then you want to get a job, you get interviewed. That's when you start waiting for calls. Have I done well at the interview? Have I not done well? What have I done wrong? You want to learn what you've been doing wrong. You want to learn what to do right? So don't miss it. Invite your colleagues. Invite your friends, invite even people at your workplaces. They need to hear, they need to listen in to this session. I cannot overemphasize it. Have a beautiful Saturday, everyone. Bemisola, I'll release you. Time is fast spent. And I want to thank you, Bemisola, for, Bemisola came at a time where she had to quickly step in as a compare for today. And I want to say kudos to her. It's her first time of comparing. I want all of you to give her a round of applause and thank her for a job well done.
Thank you very
Have a
much
great
for the
day,
privilege,
guys.
Well,
See you on next week, Saturday.
Yeah.
Well done, Madam Bimisola. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Guys, don't forget to download the document I sent. See you all in the
All right,
mentorship
thank
group.
you.
Yeah, please join the WhatsApp mentorship community. Very important for updates.